Hey, I'm Pat.
And I'm Billy.
And we're getting married! Yeah! And we're joined by our very special friend, Mr. RuBot. Hello.
Hi, Ru.
Hi, guys.
Ru is a music expert and a DJ and our friend, and he's going to be supplying our wedding with all of the jams.
Glorious gems.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yes, we're excited. And where can people find you on the interwebs if they want to?
They can find me on Twitter, at RuBot, or they could also find me via iTunes. You can look up the Rumix under podcasts, and you can download it there.
Yes,
yeah,
and we'll put all those
links below.
Yeah.
So when we first asked Ru to basically curate the music for our wedding, you gave us homework to do.
Well, you know, any wedding, it's different from when I play at a bar or a club. You're curating an event. It's, you know, there are 3 distinct periods, I guess, at a wedding. You know, I think pre-ceremony, post-ceremony, cocktail hour, and then, you know, the dance moment. Every wedding has to have a dance moment because that's what's usually the most fun.
Yes.
So basically, you know, while I know the both of you pretty well in terms of your music taste, etc., I wanted to get a better sense of what it is that you would like to hear at your wedding, and maybe even, you know, address that in, you know, this makes sense, that this maybe doesn't make sense. So I asked you to form 3 buckets of songs and give me about 15 tracks per bucket, just so I have a good sense of what you would be interested in.
Yeah, and then you'll fill in with music that you've curated that fits like the vibe of what we sort of laid down.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, and also there are certain things, like, for example, we were talking about the cocktail hour earlier.
Yeah.
The most important thing about a cocktail hour is the conversation. You know, everyone is meeting each other for the first time in a lot of occasions. You know, they want to talk about how beautiful the ceremony was and all those sort of things.
How handsome the rooms are, yes.
So the music kind of has to take a step back right there and kind of, you know,
it like sets the mood, right?
Yeah, set the mood, facilitate conversation, not anything that people necessarily want to groove, like, dance to, because then you're stealing the spotlight a little bit.
We had a conversation not that long ago when we were visiting your family, and, you know, if people want to start knowing, like, what kind of music is there going to be at the wedding, and, you know, everyone knows about our venue being really eclectic and different rooms and stuff, but people that want to be on the dance floor want to know what they're going to be dancing to.
Yeah, and my dad's like, are you playing Van Morrison? I'm like, no. He's like, are you playing the Rolling Stones? I was like, no.
You feel kind of bad about it, because, I mean, they want to hear certain stuff, but then again, it's like we want to hear the music that we like, but we don't want it to be the only thing that's played.
Right.
You have to find that mix, right?
Well, that's why it was important for you guys to give me your buckets of songs. To be honest, like, I really am using that not as a guide of what. I'm not going to necessarily play all of those songs, you know what I mean? I'm using it as a guide
You're not?
What? But I am using it as a guide to think about, like, this is what they like, this is what Pat and Billy like, but they also put some thought into this, and they're like, I think this is what my parents would like, this is what my grandparents would like as well. I have a pretty good sense, you know, being an American, living here, you know, like, of what, and being to at my fair share of weddings, of course.
Haven't we all?
You know, I have a pretty good sense of what, you know, playing to a generation is like, you know, generations is like, as opposed to just, you know, all of us in the club or something. In the club.
Sad news for some of my family members, you will not be hearing the chicken dance or the electric slide or Journey, Don't Stop Believin'.
No
it's
YMCA.
Just not happening. No YMCA. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
But there'll be plenty of songs that you do know.
Yes.
And you'll be really excited when you hear it. You'll be like, oh, I never thought about this, but...
Yeah, we looked for songs that we know, like, we love, and, like, some older throwback songs that aren't the ones that immediately come to mind when you think of, like, a party. Like, we didn't play Celebration, but we found some Celebration-esque songs that we're like, yo, remember that song?
Nostalgia is really in at weddings. I think it's you know, it's you know, it's a time in your life when you're looking back, and, you know, you have a future ahead of you, and you want to look back fondly, and there's, you know, songs that are important, or at least eras that, you know, everyone will be like, oh yeah, I remember when Pat was 11 years old dancing to this, or
Spice Girls. Spice Girls. Yes. That was about a 10-year period.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, we are very much looking forward to the wedding. obviously, and thank you, Ru, for putting together, like, kind of one of the biggest components, besides, like, the ceremony. Like, the music really sets the tone, so thank you for being willing to take on that responsibility, and don't screw it.
I know. You're welcome. I'm a little nervous, but it'll be fun.
You'll be fantastic. And like we said, links to find more music and stuff from Ru are in the description of this video.
Right below.
So click on them. Okay, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
All of us in the club or something.
In the club.
In the club, you know, like 50 and Beyonce. 50.
Yeah.
50 and Beyonce. I think we're retired from the club.
I'm not. I'm working at the club now.
Yeah, exactly.
But not on the pole.
That's a separate video. We're back after this.